Hello and welcome to John's Author Diary for the week ending May the 30th, 2021. I have had a busy week. I have been working on getting Dawn of Assassins as good as I can before I go into writing the finale. So I'm at that point, I'm at the end of the second act, so I'm ready now to dive into that last section. So doing really well with that, enjoying it. I've got it to a second draft kind of standard. So what this means is I've written it and I've rewritten it. So it will be ready now just to get that done. So in terms of other stuff, I had some friends up last weekend. We went to the pub. We watched Eurovision. We had steak. We had gin. We had cheesecake. The Eurovision Song Contest was great. It was probably one of the best in several years, I would say. The performances were fantastic. I really enjoyed the show. I felt that the winner wasn't necessarily the right choice. I preferred France. I thought that the performance had that kind of real intense singing. The woman was clearly in that flow state, that zone, and I thought it was just really intense, really ecstatic. I loved it. But again, Italy won, and it was still good. It was a good song. It was a bit different to a lot of the other Eurovision stuff. It's usually quite poppy. This one was I would say, sounded a bit like an early 2000s new metal track by someone like Limp Bizkit or something like that. But I think it was fitting. I think it worked. So whatever, it was a good night anyway. And then after that, we watched the Eurovision film. This is the one starring Will Ferrell, and it's called the Saga. What is it? The Adventure of Fire Saga or something like that. So it's about an Icelandic entry to Eurovision, which I would highly recommend. It's a great film. It was 2020's substitute for the actual contest, so I enjoyed watching that and staying up until 2 in the morning with friends. So I've not done that in a while. And then the next day, we live near a football stadium, and I'm not really a sports fan. I'll watch UFC sometimes, but I've never been into team sports like football or anything like that. But there was something really special about hearing the crowds for the first time in over a year. So the cheering, the chanting, the drums. It was just one of those moments where it hit me. It was like, wow, I've missed that. It was like there was just a real kind of emotional thing, a real intensity to it. And it just kind of made me reflect on what we've lost over the past year. Being together, singing, sharing an experience. I wasn't even underground, but the atmosphere, I could feel it. And it was definitely something special. So, in terms of reading this week, I am currently reading a non-fiction book called The History of Britain, 3000 BC to 1600 AD by Simon Schama. This was a good book, though it does get through the first 3,500 years very quickly. I think I would have liked to have had more time in the Bronze Age. You're a couple of chapters in and you're already passing the Roman invasion and things like that. So, you know, it's kind of it would have been better just to maybe start at the first millennium BC and then done that. It seemed like the earlier stuff was just kind of added in there for the sake of completion, let's say. So next week it is half term. So this is a half term holiday. My wife and son will be off. I've got my mum coming to stay later today. So I've got no plans to do any writing. I don't even know if I'm going to even have a chance if I wanted to. It's just going to be lots of fun. Hopefully the weather's going to be good because it has sucked this past week. Looking outside today though, it is sunny, so I hope it stays like that. And we can do things like get to the beach and whatnot. So yeah, I'm just going to be, I suppose, thinking next week. I'm focused on just getting all the little details now for the finale. I mean, I've got the broad brushstrokes outlined, but I really want to get in the little twists and turns, the little surprises, the little things that kind of make it feel surprising but satisfying. And yeah, I think that'll be where I spend my mental energy. And then after that, I'm going to put the book aside. I'm not going to go straight into the redrafting or anything like that. I'm going to let it settle. I'm going to start working on the second book in that series. So I'm going to start doing an outline, start thinking about that. When I read Michael J. Sullivan stuff recently, his Rhaenyra Chronicles and that kind of stuff, he said that he did his series, completed his series before he released the first book. And I really like that idea. And I'll admit that I'm impatient and I just want to get the books out there. But I do like the idea of being able to have at least 3 books and then kind of going back, maybe putting some seeds here and there, making it feel like more of a flowing thing. So I'll see. I don't know. I might just get what's the word? A bit kind of just I need to get it out there. But if I can hold off, that'll be good. I've got a few things that I need to release that I've got anyway over the next few months. So I do have my Blind Gambit duology that can be boxed up. I've also got the complete Ravenglass Chronicles series to release. So I do have a few releases to kind of keep me ticking over as a bridge until this new series is ready. So I've had no questions this week, but if you do have a question, please let me know in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit like, hit subscribe, all that good stuff. So until next time, cheerio.